Hi class, welcome to week 6. We're almost halfway through, so we are just plugging along. This is an important week because you have 4 lessons until your first essay is due. And so far, all of the assignments have been, 5 or 6 points or 8 points, but the essay is 100. So it can really make a significant impact on your grade. And there's a lot of resources here in the course and resources that I'm offering to help make sure that that's a good impact. So let's talk about this week. I think of the 3 lessons this week, lesson 14 is the hardest. If I go to the submission screen on lesson 14, you'll see that you have some reading and an activity and some peer reviewing, a paragraph to write, and an article to do for your final research. So lots to do for Tuesday. I would suggest getting started as soon as possible. That's a lot. And let's take a minute and talk about the peer review boards. Some of you have really active groups and some of you have less active groups. And I am very aware of what's going on in those boards. I'm in those boards and making comments and watching what's happening. And so I know when you don't have 2 or more students to respond to. You are still welcome to respond to what's there and mark yourself full participation on the boards. But that's, of the day that it's due. So if students haven't posted or your peers haven't posted in the paragraphs, you don't have to wait for them to do that if it's past the lesson due date. So for example, if they were supposed to post something Saturday and you get into the board and there's only 1 student in there, then just review that 1 student. So you won't be penalized for your peers not doing their work. Email me if you have any questions about that. Now that doesn't count if you're working ahead. So if you're trying to peer review lessons for like Thursday and no one's posted yet, that doesn't excuse you from the assignment. It has to be past the day that it's due. So hopefully that makes sense. But know that Tuesday probably has the most work for you in terms of the lessons. I do want to take a minute and talk about the final essay, as that's really what you're working towards. So I think I've looked before at the assignment sheet. Right now I'm going to open up the rubric because this is how I grade the assignment. So I just want you to pay attention to what's happening here and how points are awarded. So you have an introduction, a thesis statement. Notice what the thesis statement is arguing, that it makes a claim about the effective use of the ethos, pathos, and logos. You have a correct summary, so I tried to make some comments on your summaries to help you revise those, and then you spend time on logos, ethos, and pathos, and you've written at least 2 paragraphs. For each of those, you'll just go back through and add strong transitions and make sure that they connect back to your claim of effective or non-effective. Maybe take out personal pronouns, make sure your citations are done correctly, and if you read all of the announcements today, you'll see that I offer to look at your essays. So, you're welcome to send me a draft this weekend to look at and make some comments. And then you have your conclusion, mechanics, and formatting. So it's you need to follow the page limits of 6 pages, and you should have more than enough to do that as you are writing all these paragraphs that will go into that essay and make it long enough. But email me if you have questions. Other than that, on Thursday and Saturday's lesson, you'll write another paragraph. One quick note on Thursday's lesson is that you don't need to take the quiz. The quiz is supposed to be deleted from the course because it was based on an old web page. I've deleted it from the, go to week 6, from the submission page. But know that this quiz you don't need to take, and it should disappear here in the next day or 2. But if you're working a little bit ahead, that quiz doesn't need to be taken. So anyway, you'll be writing some pathos paragraphs, and I put some more resources in the announcements for that, and ethos. So let me know if you have questions. Happy writing, and I'm here to help. Thanks.